Yeah, good day everyone, and today you're welcome to Setro Craft channel. I'm JK Setro. In case you're new on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and like. Please like this video. It matters a lot to us so that we'll produce more interesting content. Today, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be showing you how to achieve a convertible collar, a basic collar that can be converted to any other form of collar in just a few minutes. So if you want to know how to achieve that, you just got to wait to the end of this video. So let's get started. It's pretty easy. On this channel, I and my husband teach fashion using pattern and freehand cutting for both male and female. Yeah. To start with, I don't do an intro to you on the basics of the collar. A collar has 4 major parts. That's why I drew out this sketch for you. This is how a convertible collar looks like. We have convertible and non-convertible collars. Like this collar is a convertible collar, like margarine collars, that is also called Chinese collar, standing collar and all the likes. But non-convertible collars, we have Peter Pan collar. It can be converted. So you basically, for a collar, you have the neckline edge. This is the part of the collar that is attached to the main bodies. This neckline edge of the collar is attached to the main body. Then you have the collar stand. Some collars don't have stand, but some do have stand. They majorly use 1 inch or 1.25 inches for the collar stand. It all depends on what you want. Then this, the roll line. Yeah, this roll line is the fold over at the collar stand. The fold over at the collar stand. As I'm doing this, I'll be showing you on the main collar. This was the shirt I wore when I did that shirt pattern. And in case you want to really go on with this class, you have to watch that video on the basic shirt pattern, basic shirt block. So what I'm just explaining here on this paper, it's here on this. This is the neckline edge. Can you see it? This is the part of the collar that is attached to the main bodies. Then this is the roll, this is the stand, this is the collar stand, the height at which the collar rolls over itself. This is the collar stand. Then this is the roll-up line. It's the fold over at the collar stand. This is the roll-up stand. Then this is the main collar, or the collar edge or the collar style. Why is it called the collar edge or the collar style? Because you can use it to form any style of your choice. So those are the main parts, 4 parts of the collar. So right now we're going to cut out this collar, then we're going to stitch it. It's as easy as A and B and C. Right now, to start with, before you start cutting out your shirt collar pattern, you have to use what? You have to measure the center back, the center front of your basic bodice block for a shirt. And that is why you need to watch that video of how to achieve this basic bodice shirt block. So the link is, check the right or to the left, you're going to see the link. So by the time you just come, remember that when we achieved this shirt pattern, this was our front panel for the shirt, and this was our back panel. So what do we need to achieve this collar? You need a total of the front neckline and the back neckline. So we come here and just take our tape measure this way. It's so important you get it right. You take it this way. Remember, this is our origin. This is the overlap line. This is the facing and it's a facing and it's not there. And remember also that this is our, what's it called, seam allowance. So we're not going to put it. And remember that you have to watch this. And while we did this, remember that we did cut 1 inch away from the front neckline just for the fall over of the back shirt pattern to the front. So we're going to add that 1 inch that we did cut out from this front panel to whatever we get here right now. So let's go ahead. So you just place your tape measure this way. And here I have 3.5 inches, just like so. So you're gonna write it somewhere. You say front neckline. Front neckline is 3.5 inches plus 1 inch. That's a 4.5 inch. Then we'll go to the back neckline. Remember this allowance, and we're not going to add this, we've added it to the front. So you just take your tape measure and measure. Then we have 3 inches. So this back neckline is 3 inches. So you just say 4.5 plus 3 inches. That means we have 7.5 inches as the total fold, the total neckline. Remember, it's going to be times 2 because this is just one part. Yes, this is just one part. So it's going to be times 2. But right now, as it's divided this way, 7.5, that's what I'm going to use. This pattern for cutting out a shirt collar is the easiest so far. I want to tell you, yes, I've seen so many methods, but I want to tell you, this is the easiest and you never regret using it. So you just count this way. This 7.5 inches that we've gotten for the center back and the center front total measurements of the neckline. Remember, you're going to cut on fold. After cutting on this paper right now, I'm going to transfer it to my collar stain that I'm going to use. So I'm going to create the allowance on the collar stain. So let's just go ahead. So I'll just come here. I'll create a straight line, 7.5 inch. Yeah, so this 7.5 inch, just like so. This 7.5 inch. So 7.5 inch. So I see this center back and this what center front. This measurement that we got 7.5. So for this shirt, I'm going to be referencing the shirt. Remember, I wore this shirt while doing the shirt pattern again. So remember, you're going to have, this is the interfacing. You can see this is the interfacing extension of 1 inch. So I'm going to put this interfacing extension of 1 inch right now to the straight line. So I just come over here and do it this way. So this is the interfacing extension of 1 inch. So on this center front, I'm going to get a square line of like 4 inches or thereabouts. Square up a line like 4 inches. Please, this 4 inches here. This ruler is in inches. So just like so. So I come to this center back right now, and from this center back line to center front, I'm going to take away 1.5 inch like so. 1.5 inch. I'll do it this way. Just mark it like so. Then I'll come to the center back. Then I'll go up by half inch. Half inch. Then I'll use my very curved tool, or if you have curved tools that are really curvy, you could use it, that are meant for all collar construction. So I'll just do this way. Can you see it's very easy? It's easy as A and B and C. So after doing this way, I'll come to this extension. I'll just go up by 1/4 inch. Then I'll achieve So what I'll do next right now is that I'm not going to, I told you in the introduction that the collar width, okay, maybe I did not mention it. The collar width is usually between 2 inches, 2.5 inches, or 3 inches. That's the collar width. Let me show you from the main collar. I'll be referencing this, I told you. So you see that this collar width is about 1.7 inch. Other collars, you have 2 inches, you have bogus collar, you have 3 inches, just like that. Then the collar stand, it's 1 inch, 1.25 inch, or thereabout. So this is the collar stand. For this collar stand, the width I'll be using 1.25 inch. That's 1.25 inch. So this is 1 inch, 1.25 inch for the collar stand. I'm achieving the collar stand right now. So I just come here again. I'll go to this little part. I'll get the 1.25 inch. Then I'll use my curve tool. Then I'll just curve, making sure that it's as if it's parallel to this shape. If you have other curve tools that are really curvy, you could use them. Then for this collar shape that we do have here, this curvy part, remember these are collar stand. Our collar stand, this is what we've achieved right now. So to achieve this curvy part, it's pretty easy. You just you can use your set square like so. For it to be really curvy, I can still just curve it like so, like going away 1/4 inch and really curving it like so. So by the time we should be checking this right now, we'll be having something like this. So right now we've achieved our collar stem. This is just in a few seconds. So we achieve our collar right now. I told you, you can see the width of this collar, it's 1.75 inch. So for this, I'm just going to make it that width. You could make yours 2 inches, you could make it 2.55 inches. So this is the collar width I'm taking right now, 1.75 inch. This is 1.5, 1.75. So I'll just connect to this. Why do we call this type of collar a convertible collar? You could achieve different styles from it. You could convert it to anything you want. So if it's this way, just get. And if you don't like it this way, I don't like it that way, I'll just come this way and do what? And do a curvy part. Because I like the curvy effect. So I'll just make sure that it's from my collar width like so. I use my set square. Can you see? Just like so. You could achieve any form you want to achieve. And if you want to achieve this style on this my own shirt, what do? You check the width of this. The depth of this is about 2 inches plus this. So I'll just come from here. I'll say this 2 inches. I'll show you. Then I'll take away like 1/2 inch. Just achieve. Remember, these are collar stand. So from these are collar stand, I'll just achieve this nice shape. Remember, this is now our main collar, the collar width. And if you want to achieve something like this, can you see that? So you just connect this and you are good to go. So that is why this collar is called a convertible collar. You could achieve, it goes on, the style is unhandy. You could just create anything. I even want it to be more curvy. If I want it to be more curvy, I could just go all the way. You see, I could go all the way. You understand? Anyhow you want it, you can convert it. But the non-convertible collar, Peter Pan collar, can be converted to any other thing in the life. So with this, we just cut out, then I create my allowance on it, and we do what? We stitch and stitch and stitch. It's as easy as A and B and C. So let's just do that. Actually, I want to make this apology. I actually forgot when I started cutting at the pattern. I wanted to use my marker. I wanted you to see it so clearly. I forgot, but I used my pencil. So I have to trace it out with my marker right now for you to see clearly. Just same thing that we achieved. So these are different collar edges or collar style. But I'm going to be going with the upper one. That's what I want to achieve for this. So with this is our collar stand and this is our main collar. So right now, this is the stay. We have different type of collar stays. Yeah. So I am just going to transfer these collars, the collar stand with the collar fall itself or the main collar to this and create. I'm going to trace out this collar fall or the main collar and the collar stand on this collar stay right now, creating 0.5 inch seam allowance around everything. So, because by the time I create the 0.5 inch seam allowance or 1/2 inch seam allowance around both of them, I will now use this collar stay to cut out the main fabric because it will already be having the seam allowance here. So I'll create that right now, just 1/2 inch allowance around on this and I'll show. Okay, tracing out. Having traced out the collar, main collar or collar fall, and the collar stand out this way. You can see I've just added half-inch seam allowance all around, except on the center back. Why did I not add on the center back? Because it's on fold, and there's no need for allowance. It's going to extend it. So you just take your fabric like so, you place it like so, then you cut out. So I'll trace this one out, then cut out. You'll be cutting 2 pieces of this collar fold or the main collar and 2 pieces of the collar stem. I'll cut that right now, then we stitch it on the jacket. Having traced out this pattern out like this on the fabric, I told you we'll be tracing out 2 pieces each. So I have the 2 pieces for the collar and the collar stand, the collar itself. So right now, having our interfacing or collar stitch just like so, this gummy part will be on top. Then the 2 collars that you've cut out, you make sure that the right side, this is the right side, and this also the right side. Right side will be facing each other like so. So remember, this is your collar edge or the collar style, and this is the neckline edge. So we're going to stitch, we're not going to stitch this neckline edge right now. We're going to stitch the collar edge. You come from the collar width. You stitch from the side on our half-inch. Remember, we stitch on this half-inch from the side, then we stitch on this collar edge or collar style. That was why I named it for you, down to this. So when we are done, I'll show you. Then we proceed to stitching the collar stand and affixing both together. Okay, right now you have the collar, the main collar or the collar for just like so. As you stitch, remember that your collar stay or interfacing will be like so. So if your collar stay is like this, for you to be able to have a relaxed end, you cut all these excesses. Then you do what? You notch the fabric such that it relaxes well. So I'll do this right now and show you. I've trimmed off the stay excesses and I've notched this such that by the time you flip it, you turn it in out just like so. Can you see the collar? Just as I used this to push it out, then I did iron it down and to stay everything is okay. So for it to be firm, you just stitch, you top stitch just as we have what's it called? Just as we have stitched it from the wrong side. On the right side right now, we top stitch such that it stays well. So just like so, we just quarter inch round. Right now, after top stitching your collar fold or your main collar, you have it like so. Right now, staying. So this is the collar stand. Yeah, this is the right side of the collar stand. Remember, we had 2 pieces of the collar stand. So this is the right side of the collar stand. So you take the collar fold like so, and you place it like so. Like so. Then you take this other collar fold to the right side. This is the right side. Never mind the choption. You face it like so. So you start stitching. They'll be well aligned together like so. So you stitch just on half-inch that we've created, but you leave half-inch here. Remember that this place is the neckline edge, like I did explain when I was starting the class. This is the neckline edge that will be attached to the main bodice. So for us to be able to achieve that, you have to leave half-inch seam allowance here by this time you're stitching. So you just stitch like so, like so, like so, and also leave a stitch here. So let's get that done. You can see I did leave the half-inch seam allowance for joining to the neckline edge. So you can see. So you just move it out like so, and you have your collar like so. Okay, after stitching just like so, remember that I did leave the half-inch allowance where we are going to join this neckline edge to the main bodies. Remember, that was why I told you the names. So just stitching like so. By the time you bring that down, and another thing, all these are just exercises. I'll try to trim later on. So by the time you bring out your collar, you just see it's nicely looking like so. Don't forget to watch how to cut the main bodies of the shirts in this video below, and watch out for when I'm gonna stitch this my Ankara African print shirt. Gang, you will fear. Yeah. So this is the I'm still getting, you can see the round parts just like that. So this is the part I'm going to spoon thing up. I'll cut this, then notch and iron such that it relaxes. This is the collar neckline edge that will be attached to the main body. So these are collar edge or collar style. These are collar stand. This is our roll up line. Yeah. So another thing before we actually, we have to top stitch this such that it stays very well. So let me just move into that. You can see the collar is ready. I just nudged and I ironed like so. You can see the collar stand. You're going to top stitch it, leaving the half-inch just like we did while sewing from the wrong side. And you're done with the collar. So I just do that and we're good to go. So you can see your collar is correctly ready. Remember, I had to start stitching from the seam allowance and just top stitch like so. And with this, the collar is ready, waiting for my shirt in Ankara print. My shirt in Ankara print. So watch out for the video. And if you don't know how to achieve the start of this collar, you have to watch the video on the basic shirt blog. Yes, just here. Watch that. And don't forget to like. Please like this video. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on social media, Central Fashion, and this Yuletide period. Follow Central Media. We come for video coverage, cinematic video portrait, photography. That's what Central Media is for. And follow us on Instagram, Central Media. Black Friday for our online fashion school, www.central fashion school. It's still very much fun. So hurry while the offer lasts. Love you. Catch you. Don't forget to keep on smiling.